In need of more raid medals? Well, these are the two best troops that you can use to two-shot any district. So let's break them both down and how to avoid any mistakes you might make with them. Starting with the best troop, we have the Mega Sparky, a very powerful yet difficult troop to master. Now, before you actually use this troop, you need to know how the chain damage works for Sparky. 2x2 buildings with spacing of 0 to 1 tiles between each other will easily be hit by the Sparky's chain attack. However, if they are spaced out by 2 or more tiles, Sparky cannot chain to these adjacent buildings. Now, if the building is a 3x3, it will chain to buildings that are 0 to 1 tiles between each other, but if the building is 1 tile diagonal to the 3x3 building, it will not chain to them. As for 4x4 buildings, they cannot be chained if there is a 1 tile gap between buildings, but they can chain if they are touching to the building. These are just some of the things you should know before using Sparky. Shout out though to Sen for the Sparky chain information. I'll leave a link to his channel for those of you who want more Clan Capital content. Before we move on, the Supercell store now has bundles. You can purchase my bundle by clicking the link in the description and using my creator code. Alright, back to the video. Now, for those of you who want to master Sparky, the best option is using 2 graveyard spells with 1 endless haste. This will allow you to increase the movement speed of your Sparky as she moves from defense to defense. I recommend starting by clearing out any trash buildings to expand the placement map. But from there, you're going to use the endless haste early to get the Sparky within the haste so she can move faster, as this will last for the entire attack. This will also let you use giants every so often, while also using battle rams to open walls and provide distraction for your Sparky as she moves around clearing defenses until she falls. Speaking of distraction, use your graveyard spells over defenses to prevent them from targeting your Sparky too soon. This will consistently spawn skeletons for fallen troops, which is why having battle rams works so well for this. Keep in mind they have a spawning cap, so use these spells over the course of the attack and not all at once. Additionally, avoid placing them on top of Super Wizard towers and bomb towers, as they will counter this spell quite easily. However, use them over multi-mortars, rocket artilleries, blast bows, and giant cannons, as they offer the most value. As for your second hit, you can often use anything depending on how much you cleared off the base. Things like Golem, Spam Miners, or even another Sparky hit is more than enough to clear most districts within 2 attacks. Speaking of which, Golem is a great cleanup hit for most districts, with the exception of Dragon's Cliff. This will take advantage of the existing Endless Haste spell used in the first attack. This will usually give the Golem more than enough support with the use of 2 frost spells to prevent too much DPS from things like the blast bows and multi-cannons. Overall, the use of the Golem with the Endless Haste will allow you to clear plenty of buildings and defenses, and with the help of a few super miners, you'll be able to clear the rest of the base. However, what if you see default layouts? Well, Sparky can often one-shot these. Here is a great way to do so for Barbarian Camp as an example. Now, the timing for a one-shot is going to be relatively tight, so you want to start by using 4 lightning over the air defense and spear thrower in the center. This is then going to let you drop in an endless haste, followed by using your battle ram and Sparky. This is going to clear the entire compartment here on the right-hand side. After this, you're going to use a battle ram and a giant in order to start tanking for your Sparky. Otherwise, you're just going to be very patient. You want to let your Sparky get some really nice chain, and using another battle ram along with a barbarian to clear the trash buildings will allow you to keep moving on. You want to be very patient with this as you work from defense to defense with your Sparky, as you want to make sure that you use rocket balloons to snipe the other air defense. And with all of these buildings cleared, you can use another giant for your Sparky, and you want to use the minions in order to go up towards the district hall. So that way it can clear these buildings and start moving up towards those ground-based defenses. Otherwise, you want to make sure that you are using the battle ram in order to open up the walls and provide a little bit of tanking for your Sparky against the multi-cannon. Other than this, you're really just going to let everything kind of run its course. You've got minions as well over on the right-hand side to clear out the defensive super giants. But as you work your way through, using another battle ram to activate the Tesla and also allow the Sparky to get in, is going to be a huge help for you. Other than this, you're really just going to let everything kind of take their time. You can let the giant cannon target onto your Sparky, but afterwards you want to make sure that you are opening that wall and of course providing a little bit of distraction with your or any barbarians, and of course the use of a battle ram. Other than this, you just want to make sure that you are still moving your way through. This is also going to then just allow you to kind of rest a little bit. You can let the Sparky get some nice chain, and then you're going to use another battle ram, a giant, using another battle ram, so just every so often, and then of course your skeleton barrel. This is then just going to allow you to have enough tanking to allow your Sparky to get to some of these buildings with more than enough HP, and having any other additional troops like the super barbarians and minions, you will be able to one-shot. Now, while there are plenty of other strategies for one-shotting other districts with Sparky, this is just one of them from the wider Clan Capital community. Now, you will make mistakes with Sparky if you're not used to using it. Often, these come down to poor timing like myself, or even using graveyard spells on the outside of the base. However, if you're running Sparky, do not use two of them. This often will get you less value and just isn't really worth using, since you need troops like Super Barbarians, Super Giants, and Battle Rams to keep your Sparky up for as long as possible. Additionally, hitting a spread out base often will lead you into getting less value, but is a strategy that can take advantage of those bases. Super miners are what most of you use, let's be honest. It's easy and doesn't require much thought compared to Sparky. However, you usually want to hit spread out bases that cannot burst down the super miners too quickly. This is also why you always use 2 frost spells for both your first and second hits. This allows you to target a group of defenses with the frost spells and then just spam your super miners as they work from building to building. Often you can then just close the app and reopen it if you want to quickly get through the attack. And with a new update coming soon, you may have to wait for the attack to finish before you use another spam miner hit. However, the best district for super miners is often Dragon's Cliff, as you can slow down the super dragons, allowing your super miners to easily work from building to building. Now, overall for Dragon's Cliff, it's pretty simple. All you're really going to do is spam in your super miners, letting them go from building to building, and then just start using your frost spells. And you want to use them over as many dragons as possible. In this example, we have a lot of dragons down towards the left side of the base, which is going to allow us to use our frost spells to keep a lot of them frozen once we get over towards that way. Other than that, we're pretty much just going to let the super miners do their own thing. They can clear areas where there are very little, if any, super dragons in that spot, and you should be able to more often than not clear a large percentage for your first attack. And pretty much from there, you're going to then use the rest of your frost spells in order to keep those super dragons slowed, while your super miners are pretty much just going to tear the base up. Keeping the super dragons slowed is going to help tremendously, as it means that your super miners stay protected, and of course, they are just way too slow to get anything done. They can't really attack too well, they're going to miss their shots, and obviously they're going to be really slow moving to your super miners. Other than that, it's going to be an absolute cakewalk as long as you can keep those super dragons frozen and slowed. Now, you really can't mess up using super miners, but there might be some mistakes that some people do, such as bringing the wrong spell, like using an endless haste with super miners, which will do absolutely nothing for your super miners. Additionally, heal can be used, but I often don't recommend it unless there are not many defenses you need to use the frost spell over. This also leads me to discussing why you need to keep the dragons on Dragon's Cliff slowed, as they can do huge damage if they aren't slowed down, which can hurt your super miner attack in the long run and can result in you often having a 3 or even a 4 shot as a result. You may also fail with this if you're trying to hit a max base that is compact, as often the super miners will get shredded, and they can even be led into traps that will outright destroy the super miners within them. However, these are just a few options you have to help your clan get more raid medals and how you can earn top 10 in your clan each week. However, if you are in need of the 5 best armies for the home village, I have a video right here that might be in your best interest.